Welcome to the Lucrative Podcast. I am the host, the one, the only Magneto 7 in the building. What up? Yo, this is episode 165. This episode is brought to you by Good Morning Music. Hello. If you're a music producer, you're a singer, songwriter, musician, any kind of musician that you want to put some music out on streaming, right? Maybe Spotify, maybe YouTube, maybe Apple Music. You right now can go over to Good Morning Music and sign up for all of this stuff. What they can do, they can help you with your music distribution for all of these platforms. They can also pull all of your music for ad revenue. So if you want to try to get sync, that means where your music goes on TV, movies, and all that stuff. And you want to collect the money that you make from those things right there, right? Good Morning Music can help you out. All you need to do is go over to the website right now. The link is below. If you're watching this on YouTube, use promo code MAD20, and you get 20% off your first purchase. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, because I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to shout everybody out right quick. Let me shout everybody out right quick. Let's see. What up, Live 696? What up, the evil God by? Is it evil bog? What is this? Evil God by? What up? Oh, you see I'm the GOAT. Thank you. I don't feel like the GOAT. Sometimes I feel like the GOAT. Sometimes I do. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. Today, I feel like the GOAT. Hoof by Baby. What up? Mr. Fantastic. What up? Mr. Fantastic just got one of them certification plaques. I saw the plaque, dog. Congratulations. Official porter in the building, son. But Boogie the name. Okay, got you. What up? Yo. GS Senior 2, what up? Will the 33rd, what up? No, it's more to it. Will the 33rd Aquarius 777, what up? That's a lot, dog. Yo, y'all know I love y'all if I say your whole name, but thank you. Country Mama, what up, Country Mama? Benny, what up? Austin Poole, you been rocking with me since the pre-show. What's up? Thank you. Y'all know today is going to be spicy. I ain't going to front. I low-key started the live a little bit late. Oh, let me go over to Facebook. I see a notification. Let me go over to Facebook. Let me see who over there. Let me see. NB Grip, what up? Hey, Gay, what's good, girl? Diana, what up with you? All right, that's all I see. So today is going to be spicy. I really want to make this conversation quick. Lord Jesus, what you do in the dark shall come out in the light. Oh, Jesus. I've been looking at all of the news coverage with Puff, and I really wanted to make this like a wholesome, like we just talk about business and we talk about like leveraging, because it is a lot of changes that's happening in the music business and in the entertainment business. I wanted to cover that stuff, but I can't not cover the Puff stuff. I got to cover the Puff stuff too. Hey Sherry, welcome to the live. Welcome. All right, so I'm not even gonna do a weekend wrap up. We're gonna get straight to the business. And let's start talking, man. I got a clip from some of the Puff coverage, and Lord Jesus, we just gonna start. I ain't doing no weekend wrap up. We just starting the show. All right, how about that? All right, so this clip that I'm about to play right now comes from this. Hold on, let me do it again. All right, so this clip comes from the DOJ, and he's talking about all of the charges when it comes to Puff, all of the sex charges, crime against sex workers, all that stuff. So we're gonna listen to it, and before we start, do y'all not realize how much stuff has been going on for years as it relates to Puff? Like, I think this is something that I want everybody to kind of put into perspective. For years, it has been like a a stigma, like you don't say certain things about Puff because you might get a whatever. He's known for doing whatever. He's known for being affiliated with whoever. The parties. I saw something that was funny. I will say that was funny. Somebody posted things you don't do at the Diddy party, right? And there was just a whole lot of back and forth as it relates to, like, you know, it's the after party, then it's the after party, and then the after party is just setting you up for the next party. And I was like, that was pretty funny. But at some point, this stuff ain't funny. Unfortunately, at some point, everybody's gonna have something to answer for. Everybody's gonna have to just start answering. So here we go.
Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York. Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least
somebody said to no diddler. Oh, come on, dog.
2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
Now, this is the thing before I let him play. I got questions as it relates to the sexual conduct side of things because, and I'm sure I can't go too deep in because, wait, this is a whole lot. Pause. But no, so I guess all of the freak offs that everybody knew him for and all of the wild parties, my question is this. Who is going to be the person to say, hey, wait, what we doing right now, we shouldn't be doing, because if we keep doing this, like this ain't good. You recorded that? Oh, God. So this is my thing. Everybody went to the parties. Politicians, stars from L.A., from Cali, from New York, from overseas. Everybody attended these parties. My question is, being that he's getting pulled up on all of these charges now, what does that mean in retrospect for the people that participated in all of the acts that was happening at the time? Are they going to get called to the stand? Are all of those people getting called to the stand? And then if they are getting called to the stand, what is the course of action when it comes to what's acceptable? Who can actually what is the word I'm looking for? Testify. Who can actually testify against him while he's on the stand? I want to know that. These are some questions, but let's see.
As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
Testify.
Let me say a little bit more about the charges.
The
indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. Carry out this conduct, as alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported.
Okay. This is my thing. This is deep, y'all. This is real deep. Because I'm looking at all of the things that we've been kind of joking about over the course of the past 3 to 5 years, right? Since the whole pandemic hit, and then the concept of passport bros came up, and if you got a passport bro, then you got to be out here doing this. Oh, bro, I don't want a girl from over here. I want to get a girl from overseas. Is all of that going to be considered trafficking? Is all of that going to be considered trafficking? And if that is going to be considered trafficking, then who is all at stake for the payback? Who's going to have to pay for this stuff? These are some of the questions that I have, because it's like, okay, if he's getting hit with these charges now, what does that mean for everybody else that's participating in the same type of activity? Are they going to get called, or is it predicated upon the person that was done wrongly, like the accused, or who is it? The victim that was done wrong. Is it going to be predicated upon them stepping up and reporting the person? Because if that's the case, it's about to get real nasty. Because everybody been celebrating passport bros for a couple years, and I don't know if it's the same thing, but it feels like it's the cousin to it. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy.
So again, what is the difference between, and maybe y'all can tell me in the chat, but what's the difference between exotic worker? I'm gonna say it like that. What's the difference between an exotic worker and a regular person that don't sell it, that's not selling it? What's the difference? I need to know. Cause it seems real foggy right now. It seems real foggy, and I'm like, all right, well, if you're doing that, if they're gonna do that, then there's a lot of other folk that's doing the same thing that might have to pay. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often result.
I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. They're talking about the Cassie situation, so that's my guess. But
injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising.
All right, this is my issue with this. I got a small issue with all of this. If all of this stuff has been going on consistently, again, I'm standing with the women. I stand by women. I'm a stand for women. I'm just curious. If all of this stuff has been going on for all of this time, who is going to be the person to ever speak up? Who's going to be the person to speak up and be like, yo, bro, you need to you wilding out, dog. Yo, bro, you wilding. Like somebody needed to be the liaison to step up. Because you can't tell me this Negro is that powerful. He not a big dude. Now, granted, he could probably call a lot of shots. But like physically, from him to another guy, I'm thinking about like him and a Ronnie Coleman. Like if you put Puff up against Ronnie Coleman, like it's no chance. And for me, you got big people like that that's in high positions. Like why didn't nobody say nothing all of this time? Nobody. All right, whatever.
Them career opportunities by monitoring their whereabouts and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse.
I'm sorry. I gotta keep doing this because every time he says something, and maybe that is the issue. Maybe that is my current issue with what's being said. Everything he's saying right now sounds like music industry stuff. It sounds like stuff that you would do for. It sounds like stuff that a label would do for an artist if the artist was signed to the company, right? All of this sounds like the stuff that a label would do for an artist if the artist is signed to the company, i.e. make them wear certain things. Yeah, that's called consulting. That's called being a brand consultant. Cause again, I'm not excusing the activity, so don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted to think that I'm standing for him. I'm just saying like the context of it all. Like if he's getting hit with this now, it's 1,000 other execs that's about to get it. That's how I'm looking at it. But I'm gonna keep it, let it ride. I'm gonna let it
without
ride.
risking their security or facing more abuse.
And again, I'm gonna let him play it. I'm gonna let it play. If you are a producer or you're like one of the singers that got signed to any of these labels at any point in time, and I'm gonna say between the 90s to now, from the 90s, maybe even before that, I want you to wear this outfit. You need to lose weight. This is how I think you could lose weight. You ain't lost no weight. I'm not gonna pay you. All of this is it sounds like regular business practice. And they just stacking it up, but maybe given the pretense, maybe given that he kind of was known for the freak offs, maybe that's adding to it. But I'm gonna let it ride.
The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses.
Y'all, this sounds like regular music business stuff. I'm sorry. It sounds like regular music business stuff, but I'm gonna keep it going.
Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security.
And see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Shouts out to Mel Thompson. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mel said everybody that's putting these claims out now probably wanted something from Diddy at some point. And this is my point. With all of this stuff, because this goes back to the thought culture. I just finished talking about this on one of them podcasts, and I was like, yo, the culture has consisted of, I'm going to make sure I level up, whether that's with the body, I'm going to get the BBL, I'm going to get the lip injections, I'm going to get the boob implant, I'm going to get all of this stuff so I can technically compete in a market. Now, granted, there may have been some exec to say, yeah, I think you should do this. This is what I think you should do to better your career. But it's still based on the artist signing up to get the thing done. Because if you got real talent, it'll peak out. It's going to show up. Like Nicki. If you look at Nicki Minaj was going to be fire whether she got all of that work done on her body or not. Now, I think at some point Nicki, Lil Kim, those are kind of like the blueprints for the new age chick that's doing rap. But for me, it's just like, again, you have the option to be like, nah, I'm good. You got the option to be I'm good. You even had the option to not stay at the party too long. We just saw Fat Joe talk about it being, oh, yo, it was a party, and then it was a party after the party, but then there was another party after that party, and that party right there set us up for the next party. So if you know, I'm just thinking about this from man brain. Any of my women, male, shouts out to you. But any of my women that are just looking at this, help me understand how that's his fault. And again, I'm not taking up for him. Don't think none of that. I'm just trying to find context to all of the charges that's being added to this case. I want context. That's what I'm trying to find. And if you can help me understand it, cool. We're going to keep it going. Keep it going. What up?
Soul staff.
Thank you for the follow.
The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies.
This sounds like an A&R, and that sounds like a maybe that's my issue. Everything that he's saying sounds like a job in music business. That's the assistant. That's the A&R. That's the
drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of...
I read you say he's being charged with the RICO charge, pretty much running a criminal organization, more specifically a sex trafficking Oh. But see... This is a sticky subject. This is real sticky. Because what's the difference? What is the difference between that, what you just said, and all of the chicks that's on IG that's posted up that we know they doing something strange to get over in Bali. We know they doing something strange to get over to Paris, or to get the Belize trip, or to get, what's the difference? The ones that's selling it to get the trip to Dubai. Is that classifies the same thing? Because if it does classifies the same thing, we got a bigger issue at hand. It's gonna be a lot of folk. Because for me, it sounds like some of this sounds like you stopped spending money with me, so I'm gonna report you for doing this. Some of this sounds like you stopped spending money with me, so I'm gonna report you for doing this because I don't like how you handle me right now. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it going.
Cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers.
Say it's not the same thing. Okay, it's not all the same. Okay, all right.
The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to
charge him.
ensure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs...
You know what's whack, Reg? You know what's whack? All of this stuff that he's saying right now has been happening in the music business for a long time, dog. Everything that he's saying right now has been like almost the industry standard.
Others helped
It's about to get nasty for a lot of people.
Conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine.
And that's military issue right there. Who gave him that? Who gave him that? That's military issue right there. That's some real time, dog. That's a real time. Puff has been industry standard for over 30. Yep, exact, bruh. It's about to get nasty. But see, the thing is, so I can't remember who it was. It may have been Dr. Umar, but it was somebody that comes from the entertainment space. And they were saying, yo, Puff didn't learn this stuff on his own. All of the stuff that he's doing right now, he learned it from somebody. So the people or person that he learned it from, are they gonna start getting called to the stand? And then if they start to get called to the stand, that person might be the CEO of 10 other labels. That CEO might be the chairperson of 10 other labels. What's gonna happen with the trickle down effect? That's my question. Like, what's it's nasty. It's nasty, dog.
Also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims.
That boy got the evidence.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs.
Wow, he was stocking the hotel rooms. I ain't know that. He about to, he ain't...
1,000 bottles altogether.
He a freaky ass nigga is 6'9" God. Free ass nigga is 6'9" God.
Items that we recovered during the searches.
He the official 69 guy right here.
As you can see here, this is a drum magazine.
Oh, they got evidence with the pictures.
And it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well, we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly...
All right, so this is a lot. Okay. So if he's getting hit with a RICO, if he's getting hit with a RICO, you're telling me that consists of any illegal enterprise, Any illegal enterprise. So drugs, sex, trafficking, wires, theft, all of this stuff. This is the trickle down effect. Those people been snitching. That's how. Oh, okay. Now, see, this is my thing, and I'm gonna have to get off of this one because I ain't trying to. I don't want my algorithm to get smashed on YouTube. But I have a few questions. My first question would be, being that this has happened to him now, all of the affiliations that's attached to him as a brand, and all of the big Fortune 500 companies that attach themselves to him as a brand. I'm thinking about Revolt. I know he had to step down from that. The Bad Boy Enterprise, he had to step down from all of that. All of these people that's been connected to that, at what point can those people get called to the stand to testify against him while he's in the predicament that he's in? They're all pretty much saying he's a leader of a mob. Okay. All right.
Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there. Now, I want to be clear about 2 things. First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be.
Rightfully so.
No one should doubt our commitment on that. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City.
That was last year? I didn't know that.
Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York. Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing.
Hold on. What'd you say? Gaza Preach says there's a lot of baby oil. What is he going to do with all this baby oil? Seniority Deb says, first Kelly, now Puff, next Oprah. You think so? I don't know about that. I don't know. But see, that's that you bring out a very good point. That's my point. Everybody knew him for having these parties. And when I say everybody, you're talking about no. You ain't gonna get me.
About this case to come forward and to do it quickly. Anyone with information can call 1-877.
Say Cat Williams told us. Yeah, he did.
HSI tip. I want to express my deep appreciation for the victims and witnesses who have used their voices and helped bring this criminal conduct to light. We would not be here without them. I also want to thank the dedicated case agents.
All right, so let's do this, and I'm going to go to the next subject. But the people that I think are definitely going to come to the stand, I definitely see Shine coming to the stand. I think Kalina's already filed a report, so I definitely see Kalina coming to the stand. I see a lot of people come to the stand. Kat said TD Jakes too. That's my thing, bro. I don't know how any of the people are gonna get out of at least getting questioned. If they don't technically go down with them, they're gonna get questioned and they're gonna be looked at for a few years. That's what I see. I think anybody that was affiliated with any of these parties, if not already, they're getting looked at through a microscope. They like, okay, what you doing? Where were you at doing? Where were you at? That's what I definitely see that coming. If it ain't already existing. And that might be why the streets is quiet. You don't see a whole lot of random parties and get-togethers that's being posted on social. Everybody being quiet right now. So if you ask me, if I were to sum all of this up, I would say he definitely deserves to do some time. He definitely has to answer for everything that's gone down. I think if it is a situation, because even everybody talked about him not paying publishing. Everybody talked about this. This is not new information. But I want everybody that due bread, let them get their money. Everybody that was done wrong through the trafficking side of things, let them get that set straight. Let him do the time. Let him get all this stuff off. Whatever, let him get it off because he got to pay for it. But I think this is the lesson. This is one of my lessons for this whole thing. If we know that something is going down in certain rooms, and if they say, don't go to that room, they're getting it in that room. If we know that stuff is happening, I want people to start speaking up, and we have to speak up in large groups. It can't be a situation where a person is afraid to speak up for something that's being done wrong to them. Like, that should not be the standard for the industry. Like, the whole idea of, and that's why I got all the stuff that I got going on. No More Starving Artists, the Mad Lucrative Network, the Lucrative Community, all the stuff that I've created is for this reason right here. Is the exact reason. I think a lot of these people have fallen into the pit of, I need to just do what I need to do so I can get where I need to be. So once I get where I need to be, I'll be straight. But nobody ever gets where they need to be. They never get where they need to be. With this type of conduct, if you try to sleep your way to the top, you're probably gonna feel some kind of way once you actually get to the 100,000 people that's coming to your shows, and the 100,000 people that's buying your beats, and people that's supplying your business. If you had to do something strange for some change to get to where you want to be, you're gonna have to get some brutal therapy somewhere down the road. That's the only way, because this is nasty, dog. This nasty. I keep y'all updated with what's going on. On to the next news. Wayne, shouts out to Wayne, man. Also, like I always like to tell y'all, especially everybody that's on Twitch, everybody that's on Facebook, everybody that's on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you at, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. We can chop it up for a little bit before we jump off. But next up, I want to talk about Wayne. For some time now, I've looked at Wayne as one of the GOATs. I'll say that he's definitely one of our GOATs. He's one of our go-tos when people are trying to nickel and dime some limes. If they're in the studio trying to nickel and dime some lines, they're gonna probably use Lil Wayne's cadence to try to figure out what they're rapping about. So for that reason, and for him being a trailblazer, we're using auto-tune, and it sound ugly. I can't front. When Wayne first started using auto-tune, I hated it. But he made it a standard. Like, that is one of our standards when it comes to hip-hop now. So I will never disrespect him as not being a GOAT. He is definitely one of our GOATs. But from a business standpoint, I understand why everything is happening the way it is when it comes to the Super Bowl. So all right, let's listen to this for a little bit. Then I'm gonna be reading the chat to see if y'all got anything that y'all want to chop it up about. All right, let's see what we got. What up, Gorgeous Beast? What up? What up? What up, Prince? What up? Let's see. All right, give me a second, y'all. I'm try to get this joint up. Let me get the feed up. What up, Alex? What up? What up? Yeah, we can talk about that. We can definitely talk about that. I'm looking at. Give me a second. All right. On to Wayne. Here we go.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay on, just the delay. I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Your words turn into arms, and it held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And
Hold up, what does that mean? I didn't mentally prepare myself for the letdown. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? Because, I mean, this is going to give me a headache. What Wayne should have done with this whole debacle, it sounds like he's trying to weaponize his fans, and I don't like that. If he's trying to weaponize his fans to get them to side with him, to petition against Kendrick, I don't like that. If that's what he's trying to do, don't like it at all. But if the case is he is trying to get, I don't know. I'm going to let it play some more because it sounds weird right now. What up, Nate? What up? What up?
for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position, like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And,
what about not being physically and mentally prepared to be able to do the show? I apologize for letting y'all down for not being physically and mentally prepared to do the show. I should have been on my workout regimens. I should have been linking up with more CEO people, like the people that can make the moves for me in order to do the show. Because y'all do realize the whole Super Bowl situation is not decided by the artist. The Super Bowl situation is decided by agents, is decided by sponsors, is decided by the people that's spending money for the show. It's not even based on the artist. Let me see. Meg. He does not have family friend for the Super Bowl. Well, I don't think he has family friendly music technically, but that could be edited down. Nate. So what Wayne's music that he does have could be edited down for the show, but it would have been up to his agent. It'd have been up to his manager. It'd have been up to everybody to make sure that he's in the proper space to be able to be considered for the show. Just to be considered for the show. I think when Beyonce did the Super Bowl, she was just coming off a tour, and I think for me, I'm looking at it from the stage perspective. When you get up on that stage, you need to be performing. You're probably talking about a stage that's probably, I'm gonna say 40 by 40 foot stage. 40 feet by 40 feet. A regular single family household might be 20 feet long. So you're talking about a 40 by 40 stage. And you got to be on the field running and dancing and rapping and all that stuff. Like, I don't foresee Wayne being in the condition to be able to do that right now. As of now, I don't see Wayne in the position physically to being able to do that type of show right now. Not better than Kendrick's music is more. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm with you. What up, Patrick? What up? Let me go back to it.
So I heard a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all.
Yeah, it's exactly. It sounds like a pity party. It sounds like a pity party, but I'm gonna let it ride.
And that's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together. But my God, have you all helped me? Thanks to all my peers, my friends, my family, just my homies on sports television, everybody repping me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I feel like I let all of y'all down by not getting that opportunity. But
This sound like a crockett. No cussing. It just sounds like he's trying to weaponize the fans because he didn't get his way. Like, granted, I think everybody would have loved to see like Cash Money, like a Cash Money No Limit reunion, like on stage at the Super Bowl. That'd have been dope. But y'all realize too, everybody that performs at the Super Bowl don't be performing in their hometown. I think LA was one of the first ones. Who else performed? I think the last New Orleans performance, was that Beyonce? I think Beyonce performed New Orleans. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. It feels like he is trying to throw a pity party, and he did not take ownership for not being in a position or having a team being able to push him to the next space. Because y'all look, I'm looking at this. If Wayne has gone through all of these issues, what up, Pastor Savage? But if Wayne has gone through all of these issues with Birdman, with Cash Money, not getting publishing, not getting royalty checks, if he's gone through all of these issues over the years and now he's fired all of his staff, the issue that comes up with firing staff that knows you is the fact that you fired staff that knows you. Right? I think a lot of artists and people in the creative space want to be able to control how the thing goes down, whatever the thing is. It could be podcasting, it could be music, it could be just regular artistry, it could be a painter, whatever the thing is. A lot of us creators want to be able to control the thing, but it comes a time, especially like in Lil Wayne's case, it came a time where you need the people that know you in that space and say, okay, nah, what you need to do, you need to get on a different workout regimen, no smoking for a whole year, no lean, no nothing. All of the bad stuff that you would be putting in your body, we ain't doing none of that for a whole year. I need you to be performing. We're going to try to land you a residency. We get you this residency so it can get all of your breath up for performing the show, get you used to doing a 2-3 hour show by yourself, so that when you do hit the Super Bowl stage, now that little 15 minutes or however long that time is, you're going to kill it. Because for the past year and a half, the past 2 years, you've been conditioning yourself to be in that space, to be on that stage. That's what I think should have happened. That's where I think the slip up is. It ain't got nothing to do with Wayne as an artist. Wayne is going to forever be one of our GOATs. He's going to forever be one of our GOATs, but I just think this response wasn't a good response. Because on the flip side, he could have came out like a super champ. He could have came out like a champ, said, look, y'all, I know y'all feel a certain way. This is how if I were to help Wayne do PR for himself, this is what I would have advised him to do. Turn the camera on. Make sure you say the part about you being disappointed and, I felt the way, maybe I didn't do this properly enough. I wasn't in the position to do this. And for that reason, I apologize. I let y'all down for not being in the space for health, for my mentals, all that stuff. My apologies for not being in the space to be able to deliver that for y'all. And we got Super Bowl every year. Maybe I hit next Super Bowl. But for this one, shouts out to Kendrick Lamar. Shouts out to Kendrick. You had a hell of a year. Not like us. You did your thing. I'm going to get back at you for what you did to Drake. And then would have had a funny little laugh. And then exit, sing right. Exit, sing left. And now you're in a position where all of the people that's ready to spend money will be like, yo, that was a real high character champion GOAT status response to what everybody is saying. If he would have responded to all of y'all in that Kendrick situation like that, he would be doing Super Bowl next year. I guarantee, or not guarantee, I guarantee you they would at least consider him for one of the shows. But for him to respond like this don't set him up to win nothing. This just sounds like a pity party. This sounds like a brat that didn't get their way because they didn't get booked for the show. That's what this feels like. Man, it's sad. Anyway.
Me. And I'm working. So, thank you.
What's up, everybody?
He said, and I'm working, thank you. Nah, dog. That wasn't it. Yo, whoever's doing Wayne's PR, I would love to have I would do a free meetup with y'all. I'd do a free meetup with y'all because it sounds like y'all don't know industry etiquette. Industry etiquette says shut up and feed him the lines so that when everything happens, then we're still good. We can still get the consideration. Right now, I don't see them considering him for nothing. I don't see them considering Wayne for nothing, and that's sad. All right, let me go through the chat. Did we cover Shannon Sharp? We did. We covered Shannon Sharp on the Lucrative Love podcast. Me and Unapologetically K covered the Shannon Sharp. So if you wanna hear my take on that, go watch Lucrative Love. And it's a pretty cool show. We just released the first episode. What are the laws in Bali? Because it seems like all of these celebrities are escaping their responsibilities legally and escaping to Bali. I don't know. Let's see. I'll look it up right quick. All right. Bali laws in Bali. All right. So based on what I'm seeing. Oh man. And my apologies, y'all. I got something going on with my back. My back is hurting like a pro. Like it's hurting real bad. All right. So as of right now, I don't know if the chat can see this, but these are the laws in Bali. So it says there are very few laws in Bali that are just for tourists. However, that does not mean that there are no laws. All the laws should be abided by when visiting or as a resident in Bali. Illegal activities are taken very serious. It's not telling me nothing. Don't bring drugs into Indonesia. Don't walk around unsaintly. What is that? What is unsaintly? Don't walk around unsaintly. Don't step on ceremonial offerings. Don't touch Balinese person, child. Don't touch a Balinese person or child on their head. Oh, wow. So look at you. You can't do that over there. Don't drink the tap water. Okay, I'm sure it got something to do with the cleanliness of it. Don't hand a Balinese person something with your left hand. It's considered rude. This ain't really giving me nothing. So honestly, it looks like the laws are loose over there. And I think I asked that question on one of these pods. I said the same thing. I was like, yo, what is with all of the celebrities escaping over to Bali? Like, what's making them continue to go over there to escape what? Like, what are you doing when you go over there? I want to know. It sounds like a lot of people have found safe havens over there. So they might have like a little connection going on. They might have like a little honestly, it sounds bad because I'm looking at all of the celebrities. I know, not Russell. Yeah, Russell Simmons went over there. The dude from the pop, Dirty Pop Netflix documentary that came out with the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and Britney Spears, when he got found out for doing some fraud, he escaped over there too. It's been a lot of people that just go to Bali, but the thing is, I'm sure you have to leave Bali at a certain point because you don't have like full residency, and then you got to go back. I'm assuming when the celebrities come back over here for that little stint, whether it's for a day or 2 or 3, that's when they get caught up. Because it just seems like it's a consistent, reoccurring theme. The consistent, reoccurring thing. So I always try to end the pod with on some type of note of positivity, some type of affirmation. I think today's pod, primarily when we focused on Puff, It's a lot of lessons that need to be learned right there, or a lot of lessons that can be learned in this whole situation. One lesson is, if you are on a pursuit to something big or bigger than yourself, on your way to that pursuit, don't start to jeopardize character to get the thing that you're trying to go for. I think everything that's happening with Puff right now shows us that he jeopardized his character for fame, for money, for network, for relationships. He jeopardized his character for that. Now, on the flip side, we don't know all of his childhood upbringing, and this is not a caping session. This is not me taking up for him. This is not to excuse the activity. This is not to excuse everything that he's done nasty. Everything that he's done to people, especially when I saw that Cassie video. All of that, if that was just a little small piece of what he's done to people, oh no, you got to pay for it, dog. You got to pay for it, because this is how I look at it. If any Negro came and did that to my wife or my daughters, it's up. It's up. Everybody is going to pay for, they're going to pay handsomely. So, y'all don't normally get that side of me, but that's how I look at it. It's up. If anybody attempted to do anything remotely close to that, any sign of disrespect that resembles what Puff is being accused of, and actually, it ain't necessarily no accusation. We saw it on tape. We saw the game tape. This before AI. We even saw the game tape because the person that was paid off didn't hold the game tape. We even saw the game tape because he made everybody sign these non-disclosure agreements. This is my thing too. This is my thing. Everybody that had folks signing the NDAs in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, maybe even now, guess what? The NDA you can't protect yourself from this nasty work that y'all been doing. If you've been out here in these streets and you've been doing, y'all know what y'all do. If you've been doing that in these streets, guess what? The law is the law. You can't escape that. You can't say, well, I ain't really mean it the way I did it. I ain't really mean it. I paid her for that. I paid him for that. How you trying to sue me now? You got paid, didn't you? Yo, you can't pay to disrespect somebody's body. You cannot pay somebody off to disrespect their body. Honestly, and this is how I'm looking at it, I don't know how many years apart Puff was from Cassie, but I'm assuming it was a very long distance. It wasn't 20 to 25. It wasn't even 20 to 30. So if that's what type of business and that's what type of enterprise you had that was running over there, guess what? Yeah, it's up. But now the other side of this is another side, and I got to get back to the affirmation part, because this is just, it gets me riled up when I know that people have gotten over in the industry. They've utilized it to leverage themselves. They make everybody else look like bums that didn't get down with that type of program, and they make everybody else look weak from the exterior. Make everybody else look quote unquote weak. But you've been doing nasty work, trafficking, drugging people, holding the deal over their head. Yo, I paid them their publishing back. This is the word to the wise. Everybody that's watching this on playback, that's looking at the Puff and May situation, or that's looking at the Puff and whoever else he quote unquote gave their publishing back to him. All of the publishing money that you make up front is normally made in that first 5 years. Everything after that, if you ain't Diana Ross, if you ain't Elton John, if you not Michael Jackson, if you not Curtis Mayfield's estate, if you not one of them, that publishing check is going to be real small after that 5 years. It's going to be real small after that first 5 years, maybe 5 to 10. I'll give you 5 to 10 years. So what good does it do for somebody to pay them their publishing back that was already owed to them, and these people are upside down? They've had to live decades upside down because you held the money and you collected the money and you paid for the freak offs with the money that they should have been collecting. And now, since you see a lot of people coming, and this is what I see. I'm sorry. This is how I see all of this stuff. Now you see everybody trying to come after you and they're trying to come after your character. You're going to get on the revolt stage. You're going to get on the EYL stage and you're going to say, nah, you know, you can't assassinate my character. You know, the truth going to come out in the end. The truth. Guess what? The truth coming out. And now you can't pay people they publishing back, or you can't give them their publishing back to make yourself look like the good guy. That's all the image cleanup is. You had a PR company to tell you you need to pay them their money. You need to pay their publishing back. We could publicize this. We're going to get it on the Shade Room. We're going to get it on Baller Alert. We're going to blow this up and see how it works. We're going to get your lawyer to go out here and speak for you. This is stuff that people don't want to talk about. We're going to get the lawyer to go out here and make a statement. Once the lawyer makes a statement, we're going to publicize it. We're going to pay the Shade Room. How much the Shade Room costs? $3,500 to post? All right, we're going to pay them to post it for like a week. We're going to pay the Baller Alert to post it for like a week. We're going to see if we can get Fox. We're going to see if we get NBC, ABC to pick up the story. And then once they pick the story up, we're going to see what your image looks like. That's all this is. This has been a cleanup session. It's been a cleanup session, but guess what? You can't clean up evidence. When there's so much stuff that you've done, I'm sure he's to the point where he's forgotten a lot of the stuff and a lot of the people that's come to these freak-offs. He forgot about a lot of this stuff. So anyway, I got to get back to, I got like 2 minutes. We got to get back to the, y'all can tell I'm passionate about this. I just don't like when people do people wrong, yo. I don't like when people do other people wrong and then they try to write it off as the person was either weak or the person wasn't in a position to be able to leverage up, or the person didn't have the money that they need to have so they could get what it. No, all of this is smoke and mirrors, yo. It's smoke and mirrors. I'm tired of it. This is, I think, unfortunately, to bring Kendrick's song that he dropped last week back into the conversation. The party dying, that's what's happening. Everything that's been, all of the nasty work that's been happening is coming out now. It's coming out now. And so this is my thing. Prayers to the victims, everybody that was affected, all of the musicians that were affected from him collecting their money and never paying them their publishing. Prayers to them. Prayers to their families, because the families had to deal with the person and going through the depression of the person while they're trying to collect money. And we know you for being like the big celebrity, and how you ain't got no money. He ain't got no money because Puff collected all of the publishing. He collected the publishing. That's how you get money. He collected. Anyway, I guess my words of encouragement to start wrapping this thing up. This is now, we're now September, in the second week of September. This is second week or third week? Let me look at it. It's the second or third. We in, let's see. We're in the second, well, right at the third week of September. We're in the third week of September, right? For me, this is the beginning of 2025. Right. And if you ain't a part of my lucrative community, I will officially use this time as an invite. Anybody that's a musician, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, you're a person that's just trying to create good business. You want to leverage your business and start making money from your business. I encourage you, come join my lucrative community. My lucrative community is $20 a month. The first week I'm going to give to you for free so you can kind of get a little test run to see if you like how we do things. And after that, I'm going through strategies. I'm trying to help you figure out what you should be doing next. How can you start leveraging AI? How can you leverage social media? How can you make better music so that music can now start getting sync? We have people in my community that's doing really, really good. And again, I'm just using this time as an invite. If you do want to join, I would love to have you. What else we're offering? For the rest of September, I'm offering the $250 package for artists where I'm producing the music. I'm going to produce the beat. My team is going to mix and master the song. I'm going to coach you through the song, or I'm going to coach you through your career for that 30 days. And then also, I'm going to help you market the song that I produce for you. So that means putting you on this podcast right here. Put you on a podcast, do an interview. I'm going to blow the song up for the duration of 30 days. After that 30 days, you should have a nice jump start. After that 30 days, you should have a jump start, and then pay the $20. Join the community. Let's ride this thing out. I want to be there for you year round. I want to see you to whatever the next level is that you're wanting for yourself. I want to see you there. All right? I want to see you there. And I don't think I have anything else pressing to talk about. Yo, again, this is the end of the year. I encourage everybody, get clear, get focused, deliver. Get clear, get focused, deliver. If you do all three of those things, at some point, it's going to start working. At some point, it's going to start working. I did a coaching call, and I'm gonna wrap this up. But I did a coaching call last night, actually. Last night, did a coaching call with a guy from Milwaukee. Shouts out to Don Vaughn. But this is the same thing I was telling Don Vaughn on last night's coaching call. I said, yo, your only issue right now is you're not clear with the end result that you're wanting. That's your only issue right now. You're not clear with the end result that you're hungry for. So I told him, I said, what I want you to do, I said, write down all of the goals that you want to see. What's the goal that you want to see financially? What's the goal that you want to see for your career? And then what does the happy goal look like? What's the happy goal look like? If I do this thing right here every day, I should be happy for life because I love doing this thing. What does that look like? And then let me help you build a plan around that. Because I think what happened, and during last night's coaching call, he had this whole alter ego that he wanted to start pushing on social media. And I was like, yo, that makes no sense for me. What I want you to do is what comes easy for you. What's the easiest piece of content you could do? As soon as you turn your phone on in the morning, what's the fastest piece of content that you could record, post, and start getting engagement for? And he said, yo, I never thought about it like that. I said, that's why you came to me. That's why you pay me for the hour. That's why you pay me for this. Because for me, everything that I do is to make sure that the people that follow me and the people that support me benefit from that thing. So me creating a lucrative community is for musicians to start making money off of their art. Me creating my masterclass for production is for producers to start producing music better. They can learn theory. They can learn how I stack my drums. I show you my template. There should be no reason you shouldn't win. I'm showing you exactly what I do to get the sound that I produce. I show it to you. That's why I created my masterclass. That's why the price point is only $40. I know a lot of musicians are broke. That's why I create all of my products. But anyway, I got to wrap it up. So thank y'all, everybody that's watching this on Patreon. I appreciate your support. Thank you for your $1 a month. It is appreciated. You are supporting my small children. And everybody that's watching this on YouTube, thank you for the support. Everybody on Instagram, I will be restarting the live shortly, and I will be doing the post show just for y'all on Instagram. And this is for my appreciation. So if you got production questions, come back through. Let's talk. Come back through. Everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitch, thank y'all so much. Thank you. All right. See y'all next week. Peace.